This.
Hello, everybody. Good day and welcome. Yes, we are in a challenge. And yes, it is a challenge emotionally, physically, mentally. It's like, wow. We actually just got off the day two general session, and the VIP session is going to be starting at 3 p.m. Eastern this afternoon. And I don't know if my emotions, if I, if it could take this, but we've had quite a few amazing speakers so far. We've had, I don't even want to call them speakers. I mean, it's just like, almost as if you're going through a mentoring session. So today, Deb and I, we decided that we're coming on and we are sharing so far what has been going on in the challenge. And actually, we got a kind of like a bonus day, a day zero on Saturday. So we're going to share a little bit about that and how it positioned us to prepare for this week. The challenge is still going on Monday.
I'm sorry, I forgot to turn it off. I was so like,
So energized. So the challenge is still going on Monday to Friday. We're in day two, and Deb and I were just coming on, and we're going to share a few of the takeaways. If you still want to get into the challenge, yes, you can. Just reach out to either Deb or myself on whichever channel you're seeing this on. But definitely, I think today was like a, whoo, I don't know about you, Deb, but today I was just like, okay.
I got to tell you, yesterday I was so, uh, I can't even put it into words. It was so awesome. I actually dreamt about the challenge through the whole night. And today it's like, okay, you're prepared. You know how emotional it was yesterday. Uh, oh my golly, some of the stories that were told took
It,
me to a spot in my life that happened to me, and I had to go off camera because I mean, I literally could have sobbed. Um, this is it's almost I'm almost speechless to try and describe what we are going through. It's bringing us freedom. I feel it. I feel the freedom coming to me. I have felt it actually since I joined this community. And with Hillary, it's like I love coming to you with Hillary every week. It's so
yes.
awesome. So I'm going to let you talk a little bit.
Yes. So I want to, because a lot of people think, okay, it's like, so entrepreneurship, you hear the same things over and over. But, one of the things that I want to point out that both many of the leaders have talked about, and I want to share that particularly because a lot of people in their journey of entrepreneurship, they get a little complacent and they think, okay, well, I've heard that already. I've heard that already. Um, I like to compare it to a bath. I don't know about you, but in the Caribbean here it gets really hot. So there's some days where we take a bath 3 times a day. Right, that's how hot it gets. And the things that you hear that are going to move your business forward, you need to hear them more than once. The same way
Mhm.
you need to take a bath more than once in your life, you need to hear it over and over again. Because there's some things that, I have heard about the power list from, I would say the first time I ever heard about creating a list, and I don't want to lie, but I believe I was maybe 8 years old, 8 or 9 years old. That was the first time I ever heard about a list. The first time I ever heard about setting goals was about that same time because our education system, we've got a huge exam to take at about age 11, which literally determines your path to education, whether you're going
Ah.
to get good education or not so good education. So, from a very young age, we are taught some things, right? And maybe they're taught in not the best way, but we're taught about creating lists. We're spoken to about setting goals and trying to reach goals. We are spoken to about consistency and all of these things. But somehow in life, whatever life throws you down, you sometimes lose those things, and you need to be reminded of it again and
Mhm.
again. And I want to say that, even though like we were in our smaller community, our leaders training last night, we heard pretty much the same things. But for whatever reason, the mindset that you're in today, or the emotions that you're in today, or maybe who you spoke to this morning, that hit you a different way today than it did just last night. Okay. It really did. It's like when I ripped up those pieces of paper last night, it was so, the feeling that I got was so different than when, yeah, than when than when I ripped it up today. It
Yeah,
was so different.
yeah.
And I have to say that as entrepreneurs, we can't be complacent with hearing the same thing over and over again. Because let's be real, like mothers, right? How many times do we have to tell our children, please, 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 thank you, thank you? I mean, I'm still doing it. And a very wise mother told me you're going to be saying it until they're about 20, and then you're just going to be quiet.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too is we're different people. Even
Yes.
from last night to this morning, a lot of the things that I have heard in the last 2 days, actually 3 days now,
Yeah.
I have read, I have heard many times before, but years ago, over the years, every time I pick up, it clicks a little differently because I'm a different person. And so, like I say, even from last night, tearing up that paper to today, you and I are different people.
People.
And it's a foundation that
Mm.
we have to take care of. And hearing things over and over, same things over and over, just makes that foundation stronger
Strong.
because we are getting stronger. We are learning. We are moving forward. And um, I was excited for this challenge. Kind of didn't sort of know exactly what was going to happen. Holy cow.
Yeah.
So much, so much impact.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's been an emotional, like, so sometimes when things are emotional roller coaster, it's hard to get back to those tactics. But what I find so amazing is that even in the midst of the stories that are shared, and you are getting a connection with the mentor, the trainer, they're still providing the concrete things that you still have to do on a day-to-day basis. And some of those, like, I'm not gonna, like, but because like I have a whole book, I'm gonna just show it. So far, this is just 2 days, because day zero was in another book. Right.
Yeah.
Day
Yeah.
zero was in another book. But one of the things that we're not, entrepreneurs are not your, I don't want to say average, but yeah, we're just not the average person. And
Mm.
after last night's challenge, after last night's training, and well, after the whole day's challenge, actually, I had a unique challenge, let's say, at home. All right. And I was talking with my husband, and he's a movie buff. All right. So he loves the movies. And he said, it's not about how hard you could hit, but about how hard you could get hit and keep moving forward. And I was like, okay, okay. It's like, yes, Rocky, we got it. And you know what? I took some advice from the training yesterday and wrote it on a card. And I've got it there in front of me now. Because sometimes you hear these things over and over again, and you say to yourself, okay, fine, yes, I hear it. That's a lovely quote. That's something that, the motivational stickers that you put all over. But I've heard people tell me that all the time, but I've never written it down and stuck it somewhere. I've never done that. And that's important. That piece, that action piece, is vitally important because you need to see that in front of you constantly
Mhm.
to remind you that this is what we've I can, I will, watch me. Excellent. Yes, you
It's a sticky note right here on my computer. So I am looking at it constantly.
constantly.
So
Yeah.
yes.
So it's definitely it's something that we are so we constantly having to remind ourselves about, because sometimes yes, we hear all of this advice and we don't do it. And the problem with our inability to move forward is not so much that we don't know, but it's that we don't do. And challenges often help you at least get one thing done. I have spoken to people millions of times about the list, the list, the list. And I create the list and sometimes I don't. And I create the list and sometimes I don't. So I created my power list last night. I created, now that I know what a power list is, it's like I had to go and readjust because I was just like, I just put a whole set of things down, right? But but you gotta, and my challenge as a mom was always, okay, there are things as moms that I have to do, there's things as mom that I just must do, but they're not related to my business. Where do those go? Because sometimes if I write them down, I realize how much time each activity takes,
Mhm.
right? And that's important because as a mom you don't have a lot of time. So,
Right, exactly. But writing that list, what I have found is it makes me, because just like I can, I will, I watch me is right here. My list is right here. And
yeah,
I'll look at it and it's like, oh, I've not gotten that accomplished yet. And so it makes us take action.
yeah,
But the other thing too, a lot of times people will make a list, but the little voice in the head says, oh, no, no, no. It's a beautiful day. Go on out today. You can do this tomorrow or you can do it later. No, we all have that
yeah,
little voice in our head that speaks to us all the time. And usually it is a negative part of what
yeah.
we need to accomplish. And
Mhm.
so the list really is good. And I have to tell you, when I started network marketing 10 and a half years ago, as a nurse, I did not have the issues because I knew what I needed to do when I went to work. So I guess in a sense, I had the list, but when I started network marketing 10 and a half years ago, yes, I heard about the list. Oh, I can go from memory. Well,
Mhm.
as I plodded along, it's like, no, I really do kind of need this list. But it's like, this is the first community that I have actually been so laser focused, and nothing is stopping me. And just, I don't know what it is, but yet part of me does know what it is. And
Yeah.
to explain it to you,
It's
it
yeah,
it's
like
hard to
like
explain.
like Jimmy said today, it's like you gotta get mad. When I heard that, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
what? I know I've heard it before, and I was just like, make a decision.
Uh-huh.
You gotta get mad. Make a decision. And it's amazing how when you make a decision in everything, all right. So if it is that you have made the decision, you're waking up at 5 a.m., or you've made the decision and you are speaking to 5 people, or you made the decision, when you make a decision, it's amazing what happens,
Yeah.
because it's almost as if you're kind of like shuffling out when you're sitting on the fence. People who sit on the fence are not really doing anything. If you
Right.
sit on the fence, you're not doing anything. But when you get mad and you make a decision, all of a sudden it's like, okay, I've made a decision, now I gotta do something, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Worse yet, if you make a decision and you tell somebody, oh,
Accountability.
yes, when you make a decision and you tell somebody, that's it. You got to do it. You got to do
Yep.
it. All right.
Exactly. Exactly. So
Amazing.
yeah, it's like, I think I said this. I dreamt about this
Mhm.
all night long,
Long.
and it's like I woke up and I was ready to go. It's like, okay, what do they have for us today? Am I
Today.
going to be strong enough to take it today? But yes, it was awesome. I cried. The particularly the one story that the lady related on what the freedom did for her did for me in a time in my life also. And so, I mean, I was like this walking with her. And it's God has put so many good things in our paths if we just take time to see them. Kind of like take time to smell the flowers.
Flowers,
And that's
exactly.
what the people are. They're flowers. Yeah, we have a few weeds that try to pop up, but you know, you gotta make that decision to say hello, goodbye, and
Yeah,
keep on moving.
and keep on moving. Exactly. Definitely. Well, Deb, this has been I mean, we still have a 3 p.m. VIP session, right? I don't know
Yes.
if I'm not sure if VIP is open anymore. I think they closed it on Monday. I'm not sure.
Uh, Something closes at midnight tonight, and I was thinking it was for the whole challenge, but I think it might be the VIP part of it.
VIP. Yeah,
Yeah,
because after today, there'd only be three more VIP sessions. So they want to be able to give value. You do have access to the recordings, from what I understand, with the VIP session. So
right.
definitely, if you want to still get in, this challenge is a challenge for movers and shakers. I'm sorry, you gotta, if
Yeah,
you're ready to go, and it's not that. Don't be complacent. That's one thing that I'll say. Don't be complacent as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. This is information that you need now more than ever to claim your freedom. All right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
with that, I think we're going to wrap up. Thank you, Deb, again for joining, for,
Oh,
for, for being here with me, not even joining me, for being here with me every Tuesday, 12:30. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for
thank
watching.
you.
Thanks for following. Thanks for liking, sharing. All right. And we will see you next week, Tuesday. Have a great one, everybody.
Bye.